Most of us grew up hearing the exact same advice. Go to school, get good grades, find a nice, safe job. But what if that whole well-worn path isn't the only way to financial success? Today, we're going to look at a totally different map for your financial future, one that could seriously change how you think about money, maybe forever.
Really think about it. We're always told that a steady salary equals security. But is that really how the truly wealthy got there? If you've ever had that feeling, that nagging suspicion that there's a piece of the financial puzzle missing, well, you're definitely not alone. And we're about to find it.
So let's dive right into this common paradox that so many of us get stuck in. It's the financial trap, the infamous rat race, right? It's that strange place where earning more money somehow doesn't lead to more freedom. In fact, a lot of the time, it leads to the exact opposite.
Does this cycle look a little too familiar? You work longer and longer hours. The paycheck finally hits your account, and then, poof, it's just gone. Then maybe a promotion comes along. The salary goes up, sure, but so does the stress. And all of a sudden, your free time feels like a distant memory. You're running faster and faster on that wheel, but you're not actually getting anywhere.
And then, on top of all that, life happens, right? An unexpected bill from the mechanic, a family emergency, or even happy things like a wedding or a trip. And just like that, you're stretched to the absolute breaking point. It's this awful feeling of being financially trapped, where it feels like every single dollar has a name on it before you even earn it.
Okay, so this is where Robert Kiyosaki's big idea, the cash flow quadrant, comes into play. It's actually a really simple but incredibly powerful way of looking at the 4 primary ways people make money. Just think of it like a map. It shows you not just where you are right now, but where you could possibly go.
And here it is. Simple, right? This little grid pretty much illustrates the entire concept. The 4 quadrants are E for employee, S for self-employed, B for business owner, and I for investor. Where your main income is coming from, well, that determines which box you're in. So let's break these down.
First up, we've got the E quadrant. This is the employee. The absolute core value here is security. You have a job, and you trade your time for a paycheck. The path is usually all about climbing that corporate ladder, chasing the next promotion, the next pay raise, all in the name of stability. Next, we have the S quadrant. This is for the self-employed or the small business owner. Think freelancers, consultants, doctors, lawyers. The big driver here is control. You want to be your own boss. But, and this is a really, really crucial point, your income is still directly tied to your time and your effort. If you stop working, the money stops coming in. Okay, now we're going to cross over to the right side, to the B quadrant. And this is where the entire game changes. See, a B doesn't own a job, they own a system. Their main goal is freedom. They build a profitable system and then hire talented people to run it for them. This means the business makes money whether they're physically there or not. And finally, we have the I quadrant, the investor. The investor is also seeking freedom, but they get there in a different way. They don't work for money. No, they make their money work for them. They invest in assets, things like real estate or other people's B quadrant businesses that generate a return, creating income without them having to actively do anything.
So, there you have it, the 4 quadrants. But the real secret sauce of this map comes from understanding the huge fundamental difference between the left side, the E's and S's, and the right side, the B's and I's. They use completely different playbooks to build their wealth.
This slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left side, you're working for your money. Your income is totally capped by the number of hours in a day, and the whole focus is on security. But on the right side, you make money work for you. You leverage other people's time and other people's money. And the goal completely shifts from just job security to true financial freedom.
So how exactly do they do it? Well, it pretty much comes down to 2 insanely powerful concepts: OPT, or other people's time, and OPM, other people's money. A B quadrant business owner will hire people from the E and S quadrants to run their system, and they might even use capital from investors in the I quadrant to fund the whole thing. This is literally the formula for building something that's much, much bigger than yourself.
So if moving to the right side of the quadrant is so effective, why doesn't everyone just do it? Well, it turns out the biggest hurdles aren't really financial at all. They're psychological. We often become, for lack of a better word, addicted to the mindset of whatever quadrant we're currently in. This quote right here, it just flips conventional wisdom completely on its head. We're all trained to chase a bigger salary, a bigger number. But the structure of your income, where it actually comes from on this quadrant, has a far, far greater impact on your freedom than the dollar amount by itself.
And this mindset addiction is so deeply ingrained in us. Our family's whole attitude about money totally shapes our own. Our social circle might think we're crazy for even thinking about taking a risk. And our entire education system, well, it teaches us that making mistakes is bad, when in the world of business and investing, mistakes are often the very best teachers you can have.
All right, so we've explored the trap, we've looked at the map, and we've talked about the mindset. Now let's bring this all back home. Let's talk about you. What does this all mean for your next move on your own financial journey?
So just take a moment and honestly ask yourself, based on where the majority of your income comes from, which quadrant are you really in right now? Are you an E, an S, a B, an I? Hey, maybe you're a mix of a couple. Just knowing your starting point is the most critical first step.
And that brings us to what is maybe the single most important takeaway of all. The goal here is not to tell you to go quit your job tomorrow. No way. The real first step toward financial freedom, it isn't making some big, dramatic move. It's about deeply understanding this map so you can finally begin to chart your own course. The only question left is, what's your next step going to be?